We have a common currency, 16 countries, starting from the 1st of January, 17 countries from the 27 have one common currency. And when you have that common currency, you need not an economic union, but a strong coordination of economic policy and budgetary policy. Once you have a common currency, you have a common destiny. The euro in itself is a sound money, good fundamentals, low inflation rate, budget deficit, of course, due to the crisis, 6%, but that's half as big as the United States and the United Kingdom. We have a balance of payment, current account, almost in balance. Other big continents and countries have large surpluses or large deficits. We are almost in balance, so that is not a problem. The problem is that we lack coherence inside the Eurozone. We have too much divergent evolutions and divergent policies. So we need convergence in evolutions and in policies. Budgetary policy, we had from the start of the euro the so-called Stability and Growth Pact. That means that, in few words, that we are aiming at a deficit from 3% maximum. Even on the medium term, we need balanced budgets. And we have a mechanism to monitor all this, and even with a mechanism with sanctions. That Stability and Growth Pact was not fully applied the last years. It was even softened in 2005. So that was the wrong signal. What we are doing now is to strengthen the pact, not only in that stage when you are in an excessive deficit above the 3% threshold, but also strengthen the pact before that, what we call in the preventive phase. Strengthen sanctions in that phase and strengthen sanctions in the corrective phase once you have when you are beyond the 3%. Closer monitoring, smarter sanctions also, not only the nuclear bomb with one sanction when you are in excessive deficit, but gradual, so that it's more smoothly. Strengthening also, of stressing also debt evolutions and debt levels. So I think that we will succeed, and there is almost a large convergence of view on strengthening the Stability and Growth Pact. In my view, we have to work further also on more automatic sanctions without too much interference from political bodies. So there is some kind of automaticity in sanctions mechanism. That is, the first part is the budgetary surveillance. The second is totally new. We need surveillance of macroeconomics, more specifically on competitiveness. We need indicators, we need a monitoring system, we need even a system of warnings, recommendations, if possible sanctions, if countries don't comply with what is needed for keeping their competitiveness. When we speak about competitiveness, of course, then we speak about reforms. If there are bad evolution, reforms in the labor market, reforms in retirement age, reforms in product market, in service markets. So it is not only wage restraint. We need more flexibility. We need longer working time for in most of our countries. And you see already the results now. We are debating in a lot of countries, and not only Mediterranean countries, on pension reforms and on reforms in the labor market. So we are focusing not only on the Stability and Growth Pact, budgetary problems, but also on competitiveness. And that would make it possible that we have more convergence in economic policies and in economic development inside the Eurozone. In the Eurozone now, and we saw it the last months, the problems of one country of the Eurozone are the problems of all the members of the Eurozone. So each country has a responsibility for the general European interest. Those countries will take their responsibilities because it is in our own interest, but we need surveillance mechanisms on the European level for budgets and for competitors, so that if they don't comply by themselves, we push them in the right direction. And that's the work we are doing. The European Council of 2 weeks ago gives some first orientation. I was very happy that there is a large convergence of views, not only the task force, but even at the level of the European Council. And we hope to finish this work the end of October, and if even possible, in September. We'll see.